Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of To Make Concern. We are back.
We're not
We're
dead,
back.
we promise.
Listen, alright, let's just get straight into it. We've been gone for a month. A whole month we've been gone. And, I've made a YouTube short about this, but, we're gonna get more into it to start off this episode. First off, how does it feel being back, Steven?
It feels great. I honestly like the fact that I'm, back to recording the podcast, and Will seems to actually, not be halfway to dead.
Okay, yeah, see, here's where I explain myself, because all this is on me, because I'm in charge of uploading and everything. So here's the deal. For the past few weeks, like before spring break, I was experiencing this fun thing called burnout. I was working myself to death over college, and that led me to not come with a lot of energy during the podcast. The couple times we've tried to record episodes,
Yeah.
like in between last episode and now, but every
There was even
episode's
one.
just been...
There was even one that we got almost all the way through, but Will just, he didn't upload it because of the aforementioned causes, and then after we got, he came over spring break and we played, Mario Kart against each other, and I won, by the way.
Yeah, that's another thing that we're gonna have to get into. But yeah, spring break was therapeutic. I needed it. You
that's
how
why
much I needed it.
That is why spring break exists, after all.
Well, yeah, obviously. But yeah. But anyways, as of right now, we are going to go back to uploading every single week, wherever we can.
Until Will inevitably starts dying again.
basically. So yeah, I have on my calendar, the current sub count and the goal that I want to reach. Every time we reach that goal, I want to, up it more and, keep doing it until where we have all the subs and we overtake the most subscribed channel. That's definitely going to happen.
Yes, obviously.
That's definitely going to happen. Okay. So, yeah.
Also,
right now we're at 19.
Just a side note, I have no idea why my camera is not focusing, but it's not, so you're just going to have to deal with my face blurred out.
Yeah, it looks pretty 144p right now.
You're also going to have to deal with the fact that I'm not using my fancy microphone because I couldn't find the stand for it. Will can tell you I spent
I don't think we've had an episode that's been uploaded where you actually have used your mic yet.
No, all the ones that have been uploaded, or all the ones that we recorded where I've used it, ended up not getting uploaded.
So the audience don't even notice anything different. That's on me.
For those of you who don't know, I got recently a new microphone that's like a studio quality one. I can show it because I have the microphone itself. It looks like this. But I there's a piece of the stands that I need to set it up on my desk that I don't have because I couldn't find it, so I'm not able to use it. You can always
just hold your microphone like this.
Yeah, but
that's always an option.
Would I really want to be doing that for the entire podcast? Do I look like I want to put effort into these episodes?
I mean, look at who your producer is.
Yeah. I think that speaks for itself.
And there's your answer right there. So yeah, that's about it. Anything else we can say about the Mario Kart? We tried to live stream this last time. We tried to live stream it, but it didn't work. So we opted to just record, and I don't know if it's going to come out now because every time we've tried to record, and not live stream it, we end up not uploading it.
Yeah. Well, we tried to live stream and it ended up not being live last time because my OBS decided that it didn't want to work and it was dropping 99% of the frames. So I ended up just recording it, and I have the recording, and I'm going to try and do something with it. What I'm going to do with it,
Right.
I have no idea. But I'm going to do something with it.
We'll give something to y'all. We promise. We'll never break a promise.
Obviously, as you can clearly tell from our very professional upload schedule.
Yeah, it's very professional. Alright. So, with all that out of the way, and here's what sucks about it too. I had this intro back when the Burger King
The
commercial
Burger
was
King intro.
back when it was still popular, like a popular meme. I made a parody song about the podcast, and I wanted to use it in an episode. However, now the Burger King commercial has basically died out as a meme. So it's a dead meme now. So
Although
that parody song,
the ads for it, like the commercials, do still exist on YouTube, as I've
but
found.
people don't care anymore. People don't care anymore.
It's one of those things
And
where it's really short-lived. You'll have like a couple of weeks maybe where they come
I
up with
think
a
I
new
even
commercial.
said in the Burger King song, so it's like, Will's taking advantage of this meme that'll be dead by next month. And that was made in February, and it's now April.
The very beginning of April.
So yeah. So with all that out of the way, let's get into some topics.
The real meat of the episode.
Real meat, yes.
Real meat, like Arby's.
Alright, so this is a topic right here, what I'm about to talk about, that's also sort of dead, but it's not nearly as dead as the Burger King commercial. Steven,
Yes.
do you know who Moist Critical is?
No. I don't.
Do you know who Sneeko is?
No. This is gonna be
Okay.
another one of those times where we find out that there's like 20 things that I don't know that exist.
So basically, yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get into this since it'll be hard to explain all the backstory behind it. But basically, these are these two YouTubers. One of them is like a commentary channel, Moist Critical is, where he basically talks and commentates on things that are popular. Sounds like something else that I know of called Tune Make His Fan Podcast, where you talk about things that are popular sometimes.
Sometimes they're not like popular
Oh, yeah.
things.
And on the other side, we got Sneeko. Now, before I talk about Sneeko, okay, so do you know what an alpha male is?
I've heard the term used. I'm pretty sure it just means someone who's like better.
Is that all?
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, so alpha males are basically males who think they're better. If we can.
Oh, okay. So not like they are better, they just think they are.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
And
messed up.
Sneeko is one of those people. And Moist Critical, he made a video on Sneeko, basically, in his own words, saying why he doesn't respect him, because he's misogynistic, and he also insulted him first. It's a lot of back and forth, but the real entertaining part is when Moist Critical fired back a video at Sneeko after Sneeko spent several months insulting Critical. And in one of the clips, Sneeko pulled out a gun, and he... Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but he said, "Watch my clips," as he pulled out a mag out of the gun. It's like, watch my clips.
the clips and mags. This was something that happened the last episode that we tried to record that didn't make it through production, where there was some argument that we looked at, basically like, so guns that like hold multiple rounds of ammo, the things that hold the ammo, like whether they're called clips or magazines, or mags for short.
Yeah, and Moist Critical, he pulled out his own gun, and it was like, these are called mags, not clips, you absolute dummy. And this is when that clip of him pulling out the gun is like, so it went viral, and everyone just like declared him as like the winner of like that argument. But yeah, I don't really know what other purpose I had for talking about this topic, except for the fact that we could maybe capitalize on it, even though again it's kind of a
Your
dying
content.
thing. It's a dying topic, like no one's talking about it anymore. Well, okay, that's not entirely true because Moist Critical put out a video the other day where he talked to Sneeko, like actually talked to him. But yeah,
As human beings do.
I don't really have a point with talking about this whole thing though. I'm still trying to get back into like podcast modes where we're like talking, and, like, starting conversations.
What do you mean? I'm always in podcast mode.
And what does podcast mode look like for you?
This, essentially, where I'm talking about the podcast topics, but not actually looking at the camera, because I'm looking at something very, very interesting on my screen in front of me.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was interesting, you know, how things happen. Alright, let's move on from that topic. That was kind of a dead topic. We didn't really talk about anything interesting.
I mean, do we ever talk about anything
okay.
interesting?
Okay, for this next one, I'm gonna hit you with a hypothetical.
Hit me! You hear this, guys? This man is resorting to all-out assault. All right, this is not a consensual agreement. All right, in case you guys couldn't tell.
Take that, ha! What are you gonna do about it, nerd? My trash that I had on my table just.
Oh, I didn't know that you. I didn't know that you lived on your table. Anyway.
Okay. So Steven, imagine this. I'm gonna put you in a scenario.
So now I'm just being kidnapped, you know.
Kinda. Alright, here's the thing. Let's say you've entered this prestigious high school.
I've never really thought of high school as being prestigious, but go on.
There's different layers of high school. There's like traditional high schools, but this one's prestigious. This is the type of high school where if you graduate from it, you're basically set for life. Right?
Yeah.
Just imagine that. Just imagine what that looks like in your head.
Basically, like you graduate from this high school and like, I don't know, you can just get into whatever college you want, or like go to whatever career you want, or something like that.
After graduating from this high school, you don't even need to go to college. You're set to go into any industry you want. That's how advanced this high school is. So basically, in order to get into this high school, you have to have a specific talent that you're the best at. But in your case, you got into this school because you entered a lottery where they basically pick out a ticket. Kind of like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, where golden ticket, you get...
Wait, hold on. You're going to have to educate me as to what Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory is.
Okay, see how you don't know that, but...
No, okay. I was actually joking. I do know what that is. I just wanted to see what your reaction was if I said that I didn't.
So basically, you enter the raffle, and you won the raffle, and the prize is you get to go to this high school where, if you graduate, you will be able to enter any industry you want. You're set for life.
Right.
So this is all part of the scenario. So, you wake up, you enter the school, and then suddenly you black out. You don't know what the reason for blacking out is. But once you wake up, you find yourself in a classroom where all the windows are sealed off with metal plates, so you can't get outside. And you enter the hallway and you meet your other students, and they're all amazing at whatever they do. There's a ultimate swimmer, an ultimate programmer, ultimate... You kind of get the picture a little bit?
Yeah.
So there's 15 other students with you, and you're the 16th one. You're the 16th one. So 16 students in total, including you. And you're known as the ultimate lucky student.
What, because you got in through the lottery thing?
Yes, you got in through the raffle that was held throughout the entire country, and you got selected. All right, so after that, you head to the gymnasium where a plush bear pops up, and it has a weird design where split down the middle. One side is white, one side is black, but on this side that's black, there's like a big teeth, like big sharp teeth, and a red eye. It looks a little ominous. And this bear, his name is Monokuma, and he proclaims himself to be the headmaster of the school.
Okay.
So, and then he drops the ball where he says, "You can't escape this school. You'll be living in the school forever. The school that's bolted in with metal plates. You can basically never get into the outside world ever again." What is your reaction to that?
I mean, my reaction, like, immediately, if I was actually in that position, I don't really know. But just thinking about it from this perspective, my reaction is pretty much I would just tell the weird looking bear no, and then I would just start trying to find a way out anyway.
All right. So, after a bit of conversation where everyone's like, we want to go outside, Monokuma then tells you this. The only way that you can get outside and leave is if you murder another student and you get away with it.
Okay, well then it says you have to get away with it. Okay.
Yes.
Immediately knows what I'm playing.
So basically, after he tells you that, he disappears, and now everyone's sort of there, and they don't know what to do, and you're among them. You're among them, and you don't know if anyone's going to plan to kill, if your life's going to be in danger, or what.
Well, the first thing to assume in that situation is basically everyone's been told that they have to kill someone, so it's safe to assume immediately.
If they want to escape.
Yeah, but you don't have any way to know if they do or not. So it's safe to assume in that situation that your life is going to be in danger. So
that's basically the hypothetical. What would you do in that situation?
I don't know. I would probably start trying to do what the weird bear man said, or I would just start trying to figure out a way to escape without killing someone, just to prove the bear man wrong.
Okay. Alright, so this is an expansive hypothetical, so I don't think you're getting off the hook that easy. So,
this is going to be most of the episode.
At this point, it might as well be. Okay, listen. Alright, so one of the students there, her name is Sayaka. She's the ultimate idol. However, the twist is, you actually recognize her from another school. Like some school that y'all went to when y'all were kids. So think of it like this is, someone that you know, someone that you recognize.
Right.
So yeah. Couple of days go by, everything's fine, no one kills each other, and everything's all good. What do you do during these couple of days?
Probably plan and or try not to die.
How do you go about it?
Well, for trying not to die, it would basically be as simple as, because you have to get away with it, right? So you just try not to, be in places where someone could get away with that.
That is true. That is a good strategy. Alright, so after a few days, Monokuma, the bear who runs the whole school, because this is a murder game now.
Yeah.
You're now trapped in essentially a murder game. He calls y'all down to this projector room where you have your own little screen, and you're given a CD.
A CD. Could we still use those?
And you listen. This is based on a game. It was made in 2010. Okay, cut me some slack.
Oh, it's based on a game. I see.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that later. But I want to hear what you do in all these situations. You receive a CD that has your name on it, and everyone else also receives a CD with their name on it as well. And you watch the CD with everyone else, and the CD basically shows your family being like, "Hey, good job on entering the school. You know, go get them. You're going to succeed so well." And then the next shot, the whole house is like destroyed. Everything is like dusty and like looks wrecked, basically. And it's like, if you want to find out what happened after graduation. What happened to your family? Are they okay? Are they alive? Find out after you kill someone and graduate.
Wait, so you have to kill someone to graduate,
Yes.
not just to
So
escape.
basically- Yeah.
Well, I guess,
even-
I guess to be fair, you kind of only escape school in real life if you graduate.
but basically, so everyone receives a CD like this, where in order to find out something that they hold dear to them, they'll have to graduate in order to find out. So basically, everyone's been given a motive for wanting to kill.
So you can assume
Right.
that they're going to.
Right. Okay, so let's say your good old friend that you recognize from going to school before, let's say she has a nervous breakdown and she starts getting paranoid, and later that day she comes to you and she tells you, and by the way, you're given your own room, by the way. I don't know if
Okay.
I've established that yet, but it's basically like a dormitory where there's this one hallway with everyone's nameplate on their own different rooms. But later that day, she comes to your room and she's like, I think someone was trying to knock down my door in order to try to kill me. And she asked you if y'all could switch rooms for the night so that she'll feel safer. What do you do?
Well, you see, the thing about that is, if the person who is, because it could be assumed that if you're switching groups, the person who's trying to kill her is not gonna know about you switching rooms. So, if you're switching rooms with her, then the person is going to be still going for that room, and now you're the one in that room. So, if they manage to be successful and get in, then you might be the one who dies instead. And, you know, I guess it is like I guess you have known this person, but in the interest of self-preservation, my choice would be to not accept to do that.
I love that answer. So basically, you would tell her no. Even
Yeah.
though she's scared, she's like, but what if this person kills me? You're just like, no.
I would be
No.
like, don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll be fine. Knowing full well that she's not going to be fine.
Okay. So you do that, and the night passes, and nothing bad happens to you. So basically, you're officially smarter than the protagonist of the game that this game is based on, that the hypothetical is based on. You're
Cool.
officially smarter than that one protagonist. Okay. So, the game that I am referencing with this hypothetical is Danganronpa, where it's a game where 16 students are basically trapped in a school, and if they want to get out, they kill each other and get away with it. And essentially what happens is every time a murder takes place, there's some time given for them to investigate and investigate who killed so and so, and then they hold a class trial where they basically have to go ace attorney on everyone. Otherwise, if they get the person wrong, the person who killed the person, if they get it wrong, then everyone dies, and only the person who killed the person will get to leave.
Huh.
However, if the person who committed the crime, who committed the murder, fails to get away with it, and everyone points to them as the murderer and they get it correct, then that person gets killed. So essentially, if you want to get out, you could have tried the murder, but basically all the time, because this has never been successful in the murderer's favor, they they get executed because the game basically makes you figure it out. Like, has you figure it out. So yeah. How does it feel being put in a hypothetical like that?
It made me use my brain too much.
Okay. I think that's it for that topic now. Do you have any topics?
Not really.
You came unprepared.
All right. Here's another one that I think would actually be a pretty interesting discussion. Is there such a thing as an ethically good big corporation?
Well, I mean, that kind of depends because, you know, well, I guess it kind of. I can't think of one like specifically.
Because every corporation, every big one at that, every single one of them has always been like accused or exposed as like doing some shady things behind the scenes.
I think that's just something that happens with big corporations. Is like people do that and they get like suspicious of them and they're like, yo, what's going on with this corporation and stuff like that, and they'll get suspicious and stuff like that.
But yeah, the reason why I was thinking about this was just because it's always a pattern. I don't know if it's just how people are trained to be like doing business, but like
it probably is because like marketing and stuff like that.
I don't even think it's about marketing. It's about really like getting business deals and like getting what you want in a business to get as much money as possible. And so a lot of companies will do a lot of shady things. But I'm wondering, is it possible to be one of the biggest companies in the world without doing all that terrible stuff?
Probably not, because you got to realize how the biggest companies in the world get to where they are, which is usually by doing shady stuff.
Yeah.
Because you think of a company like Google or like Amazon, like, really big examples, and these are just online companies, but examples of companies like that are very large and have very large influence. Like, they're some of the companies that you hear the most about when it comes to people being like suspicious of their business practices and things like that.
Yeah. But I was just thinking, is it theoretically possible? Do you think? Is it theoretically possible?
I mean, theoretically, probably it is. It's just that people would never like do it because people want what benefits them the most, like now and more quickly. And most of the time, what that is like, once they find out that they can get away with shady business practices, then they'll start doing it because it benefits them.
Okay. There wasn't really much else.
At least that's my theory on the matter.
Your theory.
Well, you said a hypothetical situation, or you said is it theoretically possible? Well, that's my theory.
That just makes me think of a game theory. It's like, but hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. Welcome to film theory. I forgot who that guy is. Matt Pat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched a single one of his videos before, but I've seen so many clips, just meme clips of him. Like they are so funny. But yeah. Alright, here's another thing. I think you're gonna be very excited about this.
What?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm waiting for a response. So, Steven, guess what? They are making an animated series.
On Raid Shadow Legends.
That should be illegal.
They are actually making an animated series on Raid Shadow Legends. It's no longer just going to be an ad. No, I think that's what it's going to be. They're going to sponsor themselves.
They're gonna be like the Raid Shadow Legends animated series. This series is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
What surprises me, or not surprises me, but like is super like funny when you think about this. Like Raid Shadow Legends is one of those sponsorships that like you hear so much about, and people like joke about them so much. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends." But what you have to realize is like that's actually worked out in their favor, because with as much popularity as they've gotten, now they're gonna have a chance to get a lot of success out of making an animated series like this. Which I mean, I'm not saying.
I mean, you'd hope that it'd be a success if you did tons and tons and tons of YouTube sponsorships. You would hope that that would translate to success. Otherwise, you just became a meme for no reason. And this also reminds me too of Genshin Impact, another meme YouTube sponsorship thing.
I actually never have seen that one get used as a as like getting memed on a lot. Like I've seen them, but I haven't seen it getting memed on a lot.
But like YouTube sponsorships of Genshin Impact, it's become like a meme, similar to Raid Shadow Legends. But the thing about Genshin Impact is they've actually made a manga on
I mean,
Impact.
it's anime. What do you expect?
Well, yeah, but it's something similar to where this game that's been sponsored in YouTube has now gotten its own thing, whether it be an anime series or a comic. I don't know, it's something fascinating about it. So, Steven.
Yes.
We're going to play a game.
You act like I'm not already doing that.
Here's the game. You are going to entertain the audience while I go get something.
Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have to entertain the audience while Will goes and gets something. I would screen share to like show what I'm doing right now, but that in the last few times that we have done that, it usually breaks the recording. So we're not gonna do that because I don't want to break the recording. But in order to entertain you guys, I'd like to talk about the fact that this video is sponsored by... No, it's not sponsored by anyone. Don't be fooled. It's not. So, something that I might be able to talk about is I honestly have no idea. I hope I'm keeping you guys entertained. I really hope you find this entertaining, because Will is most of the entertainment. You may have heard from earlier, I didn't actually bring any topics to talk about, and you can see that Will is now hanging from the top of the camera, doing who knows what. But, oh, he has his headphones on, he can hear me.
For a second, I thought you started playing music, but then I realized that was just my Spotify starting to play music for some reason.
Yes, I started playing music on the podcast.
I was like, how is he playing that? And then I was like, oh, wait, it's my Spotify. Yeah. This is what I went to get.
Oh, I thought it was... You said something, so I was like, oh, is he getting something for the podcast? Sponsorship. Sponsor us, Dr. Pepper. You won't regret it, I promise.
Give us money! All right. We are 35 minutes in, and I have one final topic left before we just completely ad lib. So springtime has basically happened now, and one thing that is always apparent during springtime is the amount of bees that are around everywhere.
Yes.
Pollen. As a kid, and even a little bit right now, I do not like bees. Like, I remember being stung by them once as a kid, and ever since then, it's been like it elicits a traumatizing fear in me every time I see one, like around my car. Not really like.
How am I gonna
bees
get in my car?
With bees, that's sort of alright, but the real problem child of them is wasps. Or
Yeah.
wasps.
I have already had several encounters with the warmer weather, kind of drawing them out and having to like avoid them. And I even
Yeah.
trapped one in a window.
Yeah, they really, like, ever since I got stung by one as a kid, I was like, not like, if I ever wanted to like get out to my pool deck and like jump in the pool, there'd be like a bunch of them swarming around that
Yeah.
little entrance area. So I'd be like, no, not today.
No, not today. We'll do this another day.
Yeah, when they're not so prominent around. And I'm sure I'm not the only one either.
No,
Like, what
because
about you?
I'm basically the same way. So
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, and I've seen a video before where someone's like sitting down and there's like a bunch of bees around, like swarming around, like on their leg, and they're just like, "Wow, what a relaxing day." You know, nothing's bothering me whatsoever. I'm just watching that like with the most, like I'm watching that like anxious. I'm just watching with so much anxiety. It's just like,
how to have a heart attack
how are
and do
you
easy
so calm in
steps.
that situation? I can never watch those videos. It's just like, how? It's like, my philosophy is, you're not truly brave unless you manage to like walk through a beehive just like unbothered by the fact that there's bees all over you. Like, that's true bravery right there.
Yeah.
Even though I'm 19, I can't call myself a real man yet unless I'm able to conquer my fear of bees. And
I mean, I'm
wasps.
17, so
Yeah.
I'm not much better off.
And same thing kind of applies with storms. Like, I remember as a kid, I was petrified by storms. I did not like them. Like, whenever they were like thunder, and you know, during that storm, that's like that one big, just like, boom.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always that one.
Like, there's always that one. I would hate those. And, like, thunderstorms in general just give me so much anxiety. It's like, it's somewhat better now, but like, if there's like a thunderstorm, like if I'm laying down, I'll always face away from the window.
because
Like, I don't
because for sure, facing away from the window is the perfect way to stop the storm from being able to get you. You know, you can't look at it, so
But like, no. My main thing about it, it's like even as a kid, it was like I didn't even like seeing the lightning. Like, that would frighten me. So that was
That's
the
fair,
thing
yeah.
as well. Like, I would see it and be like, "Oh no, loud noises are coming." And it's like, it's not so bad nowadays. Like, I've kind of gotten over it, but it still puts me on edge.
Yeah,
Every time they come through.
for me, I never really had a problem with it, honestly. Like that in particular.
And I've heard people say, like, thunderstorms, like, are like really calm to them. It's like calming whenever a storm.
Yeah,
comes
some
by.
people
I'm like,
some people do find that
how?
calming.
And I'm like, how?
I remember
Like, I'm not here to
I've even
judge or
seen
anything.
I've even seen examples of videos on YouTube where it's like calm storm sounds to relax to.
No, no. The words relaxing and storms do not go together. I don't know who decided it does. I'm not here to judge, but still. Why?
Because the internet
Yeah.
decided that it would be so.
The internet brings together some weird people, don't they?
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's all the topics I got. This is sort of a short episode, but as long as we're getting something out to begin with.
Yeah. It'll just have to be a short episode. You guys will just have to deal with it.
Maybe next episode I'll be able to get some topics. Maybe he'll finally get some topics. Look at you see.
I don't have like as interesting of a life as Will does. Like I don't see
I
things
don't
where
have an interesting life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't see things where I'm like, yeah, that would make a good podcast topic. Usually when I have topics to discuss on the podcast, they were suggested by other people. Like someone said, hey, you should talk
I mean,
about
if that's
this on
what
the
you gotta
podcast.
do, then so be it. Like, I don't even get all my topics from myself. Usually all my topics come from the stuff I watch. I'll watch it and be like, ooh, that'd be interesting to talk about. Like with the topic of Danganronpa, I found this fan-made version that someone made on YouTube, and that kind of brought me back a little bit into that realm, because that's an entire lore on Danganronpa. There's an entire lore around it. Like the origins of it, like, and what happened. Like, there's a bunch of them. It's all a simulation. It's crazy. It's absolute madness. That's the type of stuff that happens whenever you have a game franchise go on for too long.
You just get weird lore.
You turn something that was supposed to be a straightforward game, and you turn it into the MCU for this particular world.
Like Minecraft.
It's like, you're just a story about high school students killing each other. Why are we including all this unnecessary stuff? Like simulations and stuff. Like, it's weird. It's a lot of lore. But yeah. Anyways, that's about it for today. And, well, I'm trying to think. As always, please like and subscribe.